Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be talking about music as an experience, and I think this is something that is often overlooked in terms of, we get quite comfortable with the fact that music's readily available to us. Now we've got streaming services. More than ever, it's very easy to access music, and if you're like our family, music's on in the background constantly, whether we're listening to the radio or we're choosing our own playlists or we're watching the TV and there's a soundtrack on a film. Whatever we're doing, music is prominent in our life. But I think it's really easy to overlook the fact that music is an experience. So whether we have it on in the background, through radio and the things that I've just spoken about, or whether we're a bit more in control in terms of specifically choosing the albums or playlists that we want to listen to, or whether we're actively making music as well and engaging in music that way. All of these different aspects of music is an experience. So I think it's really important for us to remember that, because like I said, it's really easy to overlook that fact. But if we start to think of music as an experience, then we can start to think about how we can create experiences through our music listening. So I'm hoping that makes sense, that you can be in control to a certain extent of your current experience, or how you experience what you're currently going through. So say, for example, the pandemic. Many of us are experiencing anxiety right now around the pandemic and sort of not knowing what the future looks like. Everyone's talking about going back to the new normal, and no one knows what that would look like. And so there is a lot of anxiety around at the moment, and obviously rightfully so. But I think that in kind of the midst of something like this, as extreme as this, we can be a bit in control of how we experience this through the music that we listen to. And actually I worry about putting that statement out there, because it might seem really bold, and it is a bold statement, but I think it's also true. So we can be in control of how we're feeling right now through the music that we listen to. So I've spoken before about reconnecting with music that we have positive associations with, and I won't delve too much into that. You can look at previous videos around that. But we can create these experiences. We can transform our surrounding through the music that we listen to. So whether that's the case of kind of reconnecting with old music that you do have positive associations with, or it's discovering new music that you can just get lost in. And I'm sure a lot of us, watching this can resonate with that as well. Even if it's something you're not doing right now, I'm sure at some point in your life you've connected with music that has been able to kind of provide positive experiences for you, or kind of to take you out of the current situation you're in to somewhere that's more positive. So if you're interested in this concept, look up refurnishing and removal, which is something my PhD professor, Tia Denora, talks about. So do check out refurnishing and removal, and the concepts around that, because this is kind of exactly what I'm talking about now, is creating different environments, different atmospheres through the music that we use. So, this is something throughout the day that you can use music to be creating different experiences. So obviously first thing when you wake up, think about how you want to feel. And you might not do this first thing. You might decide to do it the last thing before you go to bed. You write down how you want to feel the following day, and you then choose a specific playlist or a specific album, and set that up so that when you wake up the next day, that comes on straight away instead of an alarm. And immediately, through the music that you're listening to first thing in the morning, that can set your day up right. So, you know, again, if you listen to the radio, it's to be conscious that probably whatever you hear as you're waking up, whatever piece of music, that could set the tone for your whole day. So I guess it's just being mindful of that, and kind of thinking about how we can shape our environment through the music we listen to. You know, for a lot of us, we're going through Groundhog Day at the moment. Although with kids, that's harder because you never know. 2 days are never the same. But, you know, for a lot of us, it can be hard to differentiate between weekdays, weekends, you know, even day and night start to merge. But you can use music in a way through this kind of, you know, thinking of music as an experience. You can use music to shape your day. So, you know, having certain playlists in the morning, or having, you know, music over meal times that go away from your desk, leave your desk, go and sit somewhere else, have your lunch, listen to music. You know, listening to music which is maybe a bit more relaxing, can help to for you to sort of slow down when you're eating. So, you know, if you think of music that you have in restaurants, they choose specific music on purpose to make you stay at the table longer, to be wanting to consume more food, more drink. You know, you can create an environment like that at home. And there are loads of playlists, you know, like cafe playlists, restaurant playlists, whatever you want to kind of create that environment. Again, if you've got kids, they love this. You know, creating that kind of atmosphere through the music that you're listening to. Then, you know, if you're going back to work but it's the afternoon and we're all flagging in the afternoon, and we need a bit of an energy boost, choose a specific playlist or a specific album that you know will pump you up or energize you for the afternoon. Again, then as you're coming into kind of, you know, finishing work, you know, right now most of us are working from home and we don't have that commute where, you know, that's trying to think how to describe it. It's like a physical end to your working day. You're getting into the car, that's a physical act. You're driving home, you're probably listening to music on the way home. You then close the car door, you're into your house, and, you know, there's very set boundaries, I think, when we were back working in offices, but we don't have that right now. But you can use music to do that, so to create these boundaries again. You know, and if you do have certain pieces that you'd listen to in the car, go and remove yourself from your desk. You know, I know a lot of us aren't lucky enough to have home offices, and so you might be working in your living room, and then you're having to go from working in your living room to now living in your living room and spending the evening there. But through music, if you go and actually take yourself out of that room, you know, maybe go on a walk. That could be your commuting. Pop on some music, again, kind of whatever state you want to be in. So, for example, if it's been quite a hectic afternoon and you're feeling kind of high, tense, it's the afternoon for me and I'm struggling for words now. But if you're feeling kind of high anxiety or stress from the day, you're not then going to want to have kind of pumped up, energized music. But actually, I'm saying that perhaps you do, you know, and again, music is so subjective. Maybe for you, the best thing is to match that mood. If you're feeling anxious or you're feeling kind of pressure and stress, you want to listen to something like The Prodigy, because you want to just let it all out. And actually, maybe for you, that's an outlet. And for someone else, they might want to listen to music that completely alters their mood. So if they're feeling stressed and anxious from the day, they might then want to listen to music which they know will help to calm them down, to reduce anxiety, to relieve tension. So I realised that I was starting to get prescriptive, which goes against my whole ethos. So do choose something that works for you. But I hope that this message kind of resonates, that, you know, creating boundaries can happen through the music that we're listening to. And I've done a video before about music in the evenings. But I hope that this has kind of given you some ideas around, well, firstly, that music is an experience. You know, whatever we're doing with music, whether we're actively or passively engaging with it, it is an experience. And, you know, it can draw in other senses as well, which I'll probably do another video on. But, you know, I hope that this has been interesting around music and experience, and then how you can use music throughout your day to create different experiences through the music that you're listening to or you're engaging with. So I hope that you found this interesting, and I will catch up with you on the next video. I'll have had a coffee by then and be able to get my words out. Have a great day.